Wow, that race was actually good. A good race in 2018. But then again, it is at Bristol then again. But hey, that race was actually wild as hell. I wouldn't say it necessarily saves the rest of the season for 2018 for me. But hey, it actually had a sense of unpredictability. I'm surprised. It has succeeded beyond my expectations. Not to mention, the better Busch driver won. Kurt Busch, that is. Finally. Not to mention, I actually like Kurt Busch. He has improved his attitude gradually over the years. Unlike the other asshole Kyle Busch, I'll give Kyle Busch credit. He has been getting better, but not good enough to erase my hatred from existence. Admittingly, it was impressive that Kyle Busch wheeled the hell out of the car up to the podium position, up until, of course, he got his tire cut from Chris Buescher while they were 3 wide with Jimmy Johnson, Chris Buescher, and Kyle Busch himself. Speaking of which, Jimmy Johnson finally got another top 10, like he deserves it. Woo! 9th place, finally. Of all the times that Jimmy Johnson should have finished in the top 10, when he had the top 10 car over and over again, he finally got it. Even when Jimmy Johnson was having a slump, he still managed to finish above the top 10. Awesome. Phew. Then again, it is Bristol. Bristol is pretty much the Talladega of short tracks, whereas Martinsville is pretty much the Daytona of short tracks. They're all wild as all hell, pretty much. I didn't expect the crash to be on lap 1, completing lap 2, rather. I was hoping Kyle Busch would get enough damage to get taken out of the race, but I will admit it was wicked impressive that he was able to wheel the car up to the podium position with a car heavily wounded. Like, really, really wounded. Like, it almost came out of a Danica Patrick garage or something like that. Oh, man. This is Kurt Busch's 30th win, I believe. Good for him. I actually like him. Let's see, NASCAR all-time winners. There's really nothing a whole lot I gotta say, other than the fact that Bristol has at least a modicum of saving for this terrible season. But we'll see what the rest of the 12 races have to say. But hey, next race is the throwback race. I always look forward to the throwback race. Throwback race is arguably one of my favorite times of the year. I love it even more than the Daytona 500 and Coca-Cola 600 because I just love that that nostalgia trip that I have with those beautiful paint schemes. Unfortunately for Jimmy Johnson, of course, Hendrick had to pick out the most lazy throwback for Jimmy Johnson. Ugh. You call 6 years ago a throwback, let alone 4 years ago when the last time that paint scheme was run? Really? You had to... What's with Hendrick and lazy-ass paint schemes lately? Lowe's for Pros is absolute cancer-aids. And now, out of all the beautiful paint schemes Jimmy Johnson ever drove, such as his 2002 to 2005 paint scheme, his 2006 scheme, and his proposed Lowe's scheme from 2001 until it wasn't ran thanks to 9/11, so they ran the Power of Pride scheme instead. They chose that undetailed paint scheme. Yes, I love that paint scheme. I love the double-striped paint schemes I always had, but come on, Hendrick. I know you can do better than that. But nonetheless, congratulations to the better and more sane Busch brother, Kurt Busch. You absolutely deserve this wild-ass race. Peace out, everybody. If you want a more in-depth, just watch Kamikaze Games' live stream. But damn, was it a wild race. Bumping and banging. Bold-ass moves. That's all I gotta say.